already had this stuff going. All right, cool, cool. You say you've been thinking about starting your own podcast.
I have been thinking about starting a podcast.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought about it maybe I want to say like in the beginning of the new year.
Okay.
That I started thinking about it, but when I first started recording like little videos, it was just me
Mm-hmm.
and my we both work out, we are always in the car chatting before we
Yeah,
go on the I was like, why not
exactly.
record and like because some of the conversations we have are like really deep and
Really
they're
deep. Mm-hmm.
about topics that are either like trending and like all of that. And I just thought it would be such a cool thing to like have a little workout session
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So we did record a couple, but I haven't really got into, you know, solidifying that yet because
Yeah.
we both have different schedules and everything. So I
Yeah.
kind of can plan on that a little bit, but I definitely do plan on doing that in the future for sure. That
That is
is.
dope. That is so dope. And I think you actually told me at some point that you kind of did want to start going into it. I know another, or actually, I know another girl who reminds me a lot of you, and her name's Elena. You may see me post about her sometimes, but she just started her own podcast, and she told me how like, oh Trey, you doing what you do kind of inspired me, and I just really was happy to hear that because I really just want my platform to be where people can come on and just literally just talk. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like let's just like literally just talk about stuff they want to talk about or share things they want to share. And that's the whole point why I actually opened up from just fitness. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I was like, man, like I love fitness. I love talking about fitness. I can talk about that. But I was like, man, there's so much more. I love, you know what I'm saying? I'm a gamer. I'm an anime fan. I love art. I love the DJ. Like there's so many different things that I do. So I was like, you know what? I gotta open this up. So I changed it to Let's Just Talk Trey. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
I'm glad
saying?
that you did that because I was like, I mean, of course, I feel the same way with fitness. Like, even
Yeah.
in this that I'm in, I was like, how can we kind of like make this more about lifestyle and not just fitness? Because I think it, like everybody has grown up in different ways and
Yep.
everybody has
Hmm.
a story. And, as much as fitness influences a lot of our lives and is a big part of it,
Yeah.
there's so each individual. And I think that was a really good part on your end. And I love seeing that you expanded it for sure.
I appreciate that. I truly do. Like, again, some people don't really adapt to the change. Some people may look at you like, what are you doing? Like I thought you were just this fitness person. Why are you trying to switch over to doing this or talking about this? But it's just like what you just said. I think, the last time we talked, we were literally like in the middle of COVID. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that was everybody was kind of hyped around the fitness journey and things like that. But then over time, you experience other stuff, people dying, you experience all these different things in your life,
Yeah.
and I feel like with that, you kind of want to start to talk about different things.
Mm.
I said life becomes different. It's like, okay, life is more serious. I kind of want to talk about what happened over here, or I kind of want to talk about how I'm starting to kind of go into reading more books. So I got like a little books club, like just anything. And it's just like, you really want to expand that horizon. So
Yeah.
hats off to you, Jay, because you truly having that boldness to step out and say more. Um, I think it's truly what's gonna bring even more people to you that needs to be around you because they'll be able to see more of you.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So I love that. I love that. Let's start from the top. Like I to be honest with you, I'm a bit curious just from where we started, and that was fitness. So let's
Mhm.
start there first. Like, how is that going? How's your journey going? What's new? The content? Tell me about it.
Okay, well, my fitness journey is going really well. I'm still consistent. I'm still in there 6 times
Mhm.
out of the week.
Wow.
Um, I would say I definitely had a little difficulty between the transition from bulking to cutting
Okay.
and working on my little eating disorder that I had.
Mm.
With that for a while. I want to say I don't know when it started,
Okay.
probably like or
What was it?
something.
What was your eating disorder?
Binge eating.
Binge eating. Oh, it was. I remember you telling me that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so I think when I was bulking, it like triggered it,
Okay.
and then started like trying to cut. I really wanted to work on building my relationship with food better
Mm-hmm.
because it was super like rocky. And now I would say I'm getting to the point where like I know what works for me. Like I know
Good.
um what ways can help with that. And so that was a big thing that I had to work on and take a step back and not really focus so much on, okay, am I seeing results quick enough? Am I, you
Yeah.
know, doing enough? Like I really wanted to prioritize that. And I think that even happened in the first time I started my journey. I think, I don't know if I told you, but I really, I had, I think I told you that I had done a lot. I was eating less and I was working out a lot
Yeah.
and on my relationship with food. And then
Mhm.
that happened again. So that's the main thing that I had to work on during that time.
Wow.
And right now I am officially cutting. So
Okay.
that's,
Oh, I see
and
it. I see it. I see it. Oh yeah. Hmm.
uh, but that's about it for fitness. I want to say I did get my nutrition certification.
I
So
was just about to ask. So you got it?
I did get it.
Let's.
So I definitely want to start, doing little coaching and all of that
Mhm.
once I all of like my paperwork in order because I have some things personally
Yeah.
that are but that's almost all done. So once that is done, I will start officially coaching people for nutrition.
Let's go. Oh my. Wait, now hold on. Were you also trying to be a PT? Were you trying to get your personal training certification as well? I think you
I
told me.
was. I was. I did not fully go through with that just
Okay.
because of like my paperwork situation. I
Yeah.
I was a doctor, so
Yeah, me
not
too. Hmm.
was solidified, and I needed an ID to show that I can take the exam, all of this stuff. But it had to be a valid one, and since I didn't have one,
Yeah.
I do that. So I think I had like two free tries for the exam, so they just said that once I do have that, all I have to do is take the exam.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. So all you have to do is just take it and you kind of done with the paperwork stuff. You can just kind of go straight to it.
Mhm.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You do you know, I don't know why, but you remind me a lot in terms of like your process and stuff of Giselle. You know her, right?
Giselle, I do. I
Yeah.
follow. Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, I'm actually surprised I never had y'all both on a call before. But like Sunday, if you're free Sunday, she'll definitely be there. So yeah, if
Right.
you're free at 8 p.m., we normally talk about, have the fitness call. And so if you want to be a guest on there, we would love to have you. But I definitely think you should. And shout out to Giselle. Me and her be throwing shots at each other, but she cool. But shout out to her because I feel like she could definitely be a big help to you. Like you're in
Yeah.
a journey, you're at a process where she was, and I see how like y'all you really and her could really click in terms of help. So I definitely say hit her up for sure.
Yeah, I should because I see her all the time on my Instagram and I see her like doing her videos and everything and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, she has really, progressed as well. And again, you both of you were literally around the same time in which I interviewed y'all. So, it's a real big similarity there. And I think that you wanted to be a personal trainer, which I think you would kill. I think you would crush being a personal trainer. The content that you put out, the helpfulness in terms of inspiration. You're very inspirational. And
Thank you.
yeah, you are, and you vloggy. You're very vloggy. Like you're
Yeah.
you're you're a vlog type of chick. Like for real, you are. You really are. Like you have that. Go to the grocery store with me. Come and see what I'm eating. Come and see what I'm wearing. And your content too, though. You kind of vanished for a minute. Where'd you go?
I did.
I felt like for a minute I didn't see as much of your content. I don't know why that was. Did you say
Huh,
that you
I did take a break
took a break? Okay.
on especially on Instagram. On TikTok, I was still kind of posting,
Instagram. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but Instagram, I took a little break because I wasn't knowing like where exactly I wanted my Instagram to go. I feel like
Okay.
TikTok is so personal. Like you can post pretty much whatever,
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
and it's like no one really cares. But with Instagram, I was still not really, I guess, knowledgeable on
Mm.
um what's popular, what
Mm,
and like what can I put out that I can make it more special for myself and
yep.
more me, but also relate to what I already am posting. So I took a
Mm,
break and I really was thinking about it, and that's when I kind of decided that I wanted to change from being strictly fitness to being lifestyle. And so now
gotcha.
I post more lifestyle content on there.
Yep.
Um, and I'm still like trying to kind of push it more towards lifestyle. It's a little slow
Hmm.
because I'm so used to fitness. Like that was my first, you know, I guess you want to say niche
Niche, yeah. Hmm.
label myself as.
Exactly.
And
Hmm.
it's what I'm comfortable with and what I know, but I
Yep.
definitely expand that and go into lifestyle and all of that. So
That is so dope. That is so you took time from Instagram to pretty much understand where you wanted to be.
yeah.
And what made you, I know I shared a little bit about me, but what made you want to go the more personal route and not just fitness? What made you kind of say, okay, I'm done just with that route. I just want to just open it up.
I think it was just the fact that I felt like both of my social media platforms looked so different from one another. There
Mm,
was videos I would post on TikTok, but I would be scared or like I wouldn't know how they would do on Instagram.
Instagram.
And
Hmm.
feeling like long term wise, I'm like, do I really
Yep.
stay only as a fitness content creator? Like,
Hmm.
and realistically, that just wasn't what I've always imagined.
Yeah.
I when I was little, I always wanted to be a YouTuber, and of course
Yo.
I into like fitness if I wanted to, but it was always like lifestyle content that I looked at. It was
Hmm.
always that motivated me the most and was like, yes, like that's what I want to do when I'm older. Like that's what I want to
Hmm.
get. And so I think it was just getting out of my comfort zone and being like, you know what? Let me just do this and let people get to know me more because I feel like on Instagram it was very just I work out
Hmm.
this like it was very
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah. That
That's
was me.
what's up. That's what's up. And I was even gonna ask you, well, I got two other questions too, but I would say for the Instagram, there was a point where you were just posting reviews, kind of like reviews, or just like kind of like photos or videos on certain drinks that you liked, and you would tell me how you were trying to get sponsored. Did that ever go through, or did that ever happen?
No, it did not. I
Okay.
I out to I guess the brands that I normally would
Yeah.
uh, I guess show off on my social medias, but
Hmm.
a lot of them were like either they didn't ever really take sponsorships or did
Gotcha.
that. And then the other brands were like, you need to get like more followers in order
Hmm.
to be considered. So
Yeah.
it's building up my platform a little bit more before that. But I do have a brand that I am working with
Okay.
that I have been working with for about 5 months now. And it's called
Wow.
and it is the first, I guess you could say sponsorship. I get sent a package every month and
Mm.
give me like I think it's like between 7 and 8 products. Um and a lot of it is either food, clothing, they have fitness, like workout bands, wrist wraps, like a lot of stuff and like supplements. And
Yeah.
so that's the first brand that I worked with. I am gonna try and reach out and ask how can I get like a what do you call it, a code for them so that I can
Mm. Yeah.
off of
Mhm.
that. I did have a brand that I had a code with and I could get money from them, but I just I decided to not work with them
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah.
I was like I want to switch my content to lifestyle and I don't even drink pre-workout like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I
Mm.
felt like I'm not promoting them enough for
Yeah.
them to the traction they want.
Mhm.
And I feel like it wasn't really resonating with me. So I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure someone else deserves this more than I do
Yeah.
and would love to promote you. But I think just for me, it's not what I want to do. So
Mm. So to me, it sounds like with you, you're kind of like you're starting to take your personal brand more serious. Like you're starting to be like, okay, this is what I want to do, or this isn't what I want to do.
Yeah.
I love that. And to the point to where you're willing to turn down companies that or people that you don't want to work with.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Yo, Jay, that's dope. Like to see that level of confidence in you is truly dope. Cause I remember when we first talked on our first call, um, you were kind of telling me about how you're trying to step out of your shell. You're trying to be more confident. You're trying to, things like that. And now, man, you done bust all you done bust the shell wide open. Like I'm dead serious. Like you be posting yourself, you be posting, body shots and all. Like you have grown in your confidence. Like your abs, you always showing those things off. You always hitting the treadmill. We always seeing the legs. I watch your stuff and I see you, and I'm for real. I see you, like, and I see how you've grown. I see the level of confidence. What would you say has been like the biggest, I guess, like impact of that? What has influenced you the most to be, yeah, this confident?
Um, I would say, I guess that's a good question.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious.
Okay, I guess we can get into this now. It's like a perfect time.
Okay.
It would definitely be, I guess, getting out of a toxic relationship.
No, really? What were you in when we last talked?
Um, no,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. It started in, um, I want to say January
Mm,
2022, and
okay.
it ended January 2023. So
Wow.
yeah, I didn't really talk about it on social media. Like not a lot of people knew. Like if you peeped it, you could pick up on it, but not I wasn't really out there with it because I wasn't 100% confident in it. So
Exclusive. Okay.
yeah, it was because I had talked to him about being, private. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't
absolutely.
really want to put this all on social media.
Hmm.
'Cause
Hmm.
one, it was long distance,
Oh
and
man. Mm. That's
yeah,
tough. That's tough.
and like we're just starting. So I was like, maybe like once we get into it a little bit more and
Yeah.
like, like it's not gonna be, oh, we post and then the next thing you know, we broke up.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
like I'm okay. So I really took my time with it. And I did post him like I think once or twice, but it was kind of like those private but not secret relationship
Yeah.
pictures.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, once I ended that, which is like just this January,
Wow.
they it took a toll for sure. Like I realized
Mm.
how much it had really like diminished my own confidence and like
Wow.
that mental health and like all of that. And
So it
I
was
was
toxic. It was a toxic.
it was. I don't
Wow.
wish it was bad though, like
Yeah. Yeah.
for sure, like it was a lesson learned.
Yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, after that I realized that I lost myself a little bit and I was like, I
Wow.
time and learn myself again
Yep.
and put that energy into myself because I will be honest, like I did blame like that relationship for reasons why I wasn't doing certain things or like taking
Yeah.
care of myself and like all of that. And I had to kind of take accountability and be like, yes,
Yeah.
that was toxic. Yes, that did play a part,
Mhm.
but I also am in control of my own life
Yeah.
and I
Mhm.
didn't do those things that I could have been doing for myself.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So that's
Mhm.
basically what I did. I just took time to really, you know, take the time to be alone,
Mm.
learn stuff, like get out of there and like make
Yeah.
friends. And
Yep.
that's where Tasha comes in. She moved here and we hung out. And I swear, like, she is like a God sent friend. Like, I
Wow.
was really like praying for like a friendship, like just a girl that's here that I can
Yeah.
hang out
Mhm.
that, you know, can help me like get out of my comfort zone because I was still
Exactly.
shy, but
Mhm.
she definitely like helped. Like I
Mm.
her a lot. I'm so grateful that we became friends and that we're hanging out and all of this
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I think I met up with her maybe like a month ago,
Okay.
2 weeks, I don't know.
Hmm.
She just moved here, but she really helped me to get out of my comfort zone where like I'm talking to people like in the gym. I'm like
Um.
conversations, I'm like hold conversations better.
Hmm.
I joined her group chat and then now I'm part of her team and
Oh,
like
that's whose group you joined.
yeah. So it
Oh. Mhm.
definitely helped me to connect more with girls, which is what I wanted to do because I don't have a lot of like friends that are girls that live here that are also
Yeah.
in fitness
Yeah.
really relate to me in all of these aspects. So yeah.
That's so. I'm so proud of you. Like I'm so freaking proud of you. Like proud of the progress. Proud of the willingness, your willingness to, what I'm saying, like take what it is that you are. Like you said, you're pretty shy. You're kind of shy, but and it's written on your face. Your face is like the definition of shy. I ain't gonna even lie. Like you got like a cute little shy face, and it's like, but again, to see you stepping out of your shell, breaking your shell, not allowing that shyness to overcome you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some people are introverted, some people are extroverted. Obviously, I'm very extroverted. I was extroverted from the womb. I can talk to Jay. I can talk to anybody. Like, and I actually love this. Like, I'm actually genuinely curious about people, and I can tell you are too. I can tell you have that same level of curiosity, but to then see how you overcome that shyness, and you're talking to people, meeting your new friend, joining groups, hopping on stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Calls like this. I even told you. Actually, one of the things I was even looking at too was I told you can cut your camera off and you can just have your picture. She said, "No, I'm gonna keep it." Look,
Yeah.
you fighting it. So I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I am. I am to know that you were going through a relationship that, in a sense, like you say, you lost yourself.
Yeah.
That's really hard to own up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like hats off to you for doing that too. You said that you took time. That's the biggest thing I got at that. You took time to be alone.
Mhm.
Jay,
Yeah.
Jay, like if you can speak on that a little bit, because I actually have a call with someone tomorrow. You can come on that if you want to, but I'm gonna be talking with someone else about that, and we're gonna be talking about the fact that it's okay to be alone when you
Yeah.
break. Like people don't give themselves time, right? They hop into another one, they hop into another one, they hop into, or they're talking to some. You know what I'm saying? You said that was you.
That used to be me, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I was definitely like
Mhm.
I didn't take the time to heal in
Yep.
between relationships or even it wasn't even that I was dating somebody else, but it was the fact that I would talk to somebody else and
Yep.
I would like it
Mhm.
and it was like that little like someone likes me, like they're
Yeah.
giving me
Yeah.
in this love.
Mhm.
So this was the first relationship where I was like, no, like I know my cycle,
Yeah.
I know what to do, and I was like, I don't want to do that again. Like I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm just distracting myself and
Yeah.
that time to be alone and learn myself, like be okay with being alone. And so like I am good off relationships. Like I
Mhm.
take that time and really, like if it happens like naturally and like
Yeah.
I'll at some point cool, but I really don't have any intentions of getting into anything anytime soon.
I respect that. I truly respect that. If it happens naturally, but you're not looking for it. Like, let me ask you this: why do you think people hop like that? Why do you think people can't seem to take a break?
I think it could be a lot of reasons. I know sometimes it could be, you know, I think a lot of it can stem from like trauma.
Okay. Mm.
Like it could be like maybe issues that you dealt and like with your parents, because that's like the first
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of love relationship you have. And if it's not super solid and you're
Yeah. And you told me about your father.
yeah, and you're getting
Told me
treated
about
like
that. Yeah.
that, then you're gonna accept and you're gonna see how your parents treat you or how they treat each other as what is okay to be accepted and
Facts. Yeah.
is, and so I think that can play a big role. Sometimes it could just be that people like don't want to deal with their emotions. You know, they
Right.
rather just find someone new. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me for sure it was more like trauma based and
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't super aware of it. I was like, no, like I'm okay, like I'm over it.
Yeah.
And I never really I guess dealt with my emotions like that. So
Yeah.
it was like, okay, you need to deal with them, you need to
Yeah.
heal, you need to
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Mm-hmm.
That could be another thing because I for the longest time didn't like crying. Like I did not.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like I mean, I would cry alone, and I was so used to crying alone
Mm,
because like it was like parents and stuff, like
yeah.
family issues, where like my room was my safety, and that's where I would go and cry, and I would like.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just like I would deal with a lot of sadness
Yeah.
and depression, and like the suicide attempts that I've had.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
You had suicide attempts.
yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think it was just like I didn't want to deal with it
Yeah.
and rather like just move on.
Yeah.
And like I was being told to just like get over it. Like
Yeah.
as that was just so solidified in what my parents have always told me that
Mm,
I would do that and I would just get over it, whether it was talking to someone new, whether it
yeah.
was, you know, distracting myself with
Yeah.
like doing it. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Like, thank you for opening up about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not easy. That's not easy. Like Jay, when I tell you how many you wouldn't believe. You see how many people I talk to.
mhm,
You see how many people I know, but when I tell you how many people I talk to who have told me either about suicide attempts or about how they have been thinking about doing it, right? Like, I know people who literally have, I literally could just tell you stories upon stories of people I talked to, who hit me up in the DMs and are just like, yeah, I'm done, or I'm about to give up, or I can't do this. Like, and it goes back to what you said. A lot of times I notice that they run from things that they need to deal with. They don't
mhm,
take the time to deal with it, but instead they'd rather jump into another relationship. They'd rather uh, become sex addicts. They'd
yeah,
rather, turn to the drugs, the alcohol. They'd rather, do anything, work a job. They'd rather do anything but sit in that room in between those four walls, at night and deal with it. You do you feel what I'm saying?
no, I do because I used to. Well, it was only one year in high school, like maybe 6 months, where I was never the type of kid that would smoke or drink or anything.
Yeah.
Like my parents always taught me not to, and I didn't. I didn't really care for it. I didn't get the hype
Mhm.
of it all.
Yeah.
But I got offered it like one time. It was like a cart. I think they're like THC carts or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like really popular in
Yep.
like at least then.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
It's
but
probably still is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like when it first I guess got talked about and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a hit, I felt it, and um that's when I started, smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was Nick or weed,
Mm-hmm.
I would like alternate.
Yeah.
It was honestly probably one of the worst depressing years I've had,
Mhm.
and it didn't help at all.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you think it does help because it's numbing your feelings. You're
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
it really it honestly makes it worse. And
Yeah.
you think it's like helping, you think that it's not, doing any harm, but the longer you do it, the worse it's gonna get, like emotionally, because you're
Mm-hmm.
not dealing with anything, you're not feeling anything, and you need something to feel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
completely
I,
understand.
I love that. You know, I love that you have grown. like I'm for real. Let me just take the time to say that. Like you have like you it's like talking to a different person. Cause like I'm for real, Jay, because like I remember when we taught, like I do remember how closed off you were. I had to work my way. I had
Yeah.
to work. I finally got through, and we
Yeah.
started talking, and we would be talking a lot more stuff. But now, you are just like vocal. You are
Yeah.
so vocal, and to know that you're willing to even speak about your own mental health. That right there. Do you still find it hard? Do you still find it hard to
Um,
speak?
it's not as hard. I think it's just um I don't know because we've had an interview before, so
Yeah.
I feel like it's different for me because I've talked
Mhm.
to you before. I know how you are. Like I see
Mhm.
you all the time.